We've got something exclusive going on right here. Say nothing about voice crack. I agreed to do a favor for my wife and now she is upset and now I want a divorce. This story is not that interesting on its own, but the guy behind it is. Because I was looking, like I always do, through the Reddit posts and I found one and I thought, this is kind of crazy. Let's see what it's all about. And then I read the comments and the comments are beautiful. And then I shifted through this guy's account, which he now has deleted, but I still have exclusive access because I have his account open, right, as a tab, but he deleted it while I was scrolling through it. So we have like a year or two of history from his account that is now impossible to access, but I got it still. And I'm not gonna spoil it, okay? We're gonna do the story first and then we're gonna get into it, okay? Because I want you to keep watching, yeah, for my watch time. I'm 33, my wife 34 made a comment yesterday. I've been really sick and she said something like, when I'm sick, do you think I can be as non-functioning as you? Or something along those lines. Let it slide, maybe smirked or something, I don't remember. Fast forward to today, I had a very long day at work and she calls me to ask me to pick up photos of our family for my kid's first day at school. I said, okay, if you need me to, and I guess I do still function when I'm sick. She said thanks and hung up. She then texted me saying our last interaction hurt her feelings. This got me upset, so I called her and said, what do you mean? I just agreed to get the photos for you. Why are you upset? And she said it was because of the comment I made that I'm still functioning. And I just pointed out that I made that comment in response to the comment she made yesterday, and I was just showing her I still do function. It ended in a screaming match and me hanging up on her. I'm seriously considering divorce. Not over this, but just the whole relationship is such a strain. Everything is an issue. She could have just left it alone. I wasn't upset. She turns everything into a problem. Now the thing is, despite it being kind of badly written, which I can understand, maybe he was still just really upset, okay? And you don't type so well. They should get divorced. And you're now thinking, hey, what are you talking about? You've been alluding to this exclusive thing you got going on and now you're telling them they should divorce? What are you saying? I'm still teasing you a bit because we need to talk about the story first, but they should divorce, okay? I believe that she said that you do not function while sick is because you're using it as an excuse maybe to not do so much. Which I get it, you're sick, you don't want to do too much, but on the other hand, he's still just going to work, so clearly it's not that bad. The reason why she would be upset, if I had to guess, because I don't know really, is that she's trying to call you out basically on your behavior, and now you're turning it into counseling. Like, I guess I still do function, huh? Because that is just a snarky comment, let's be honest. And hers is as well, but I can guess where hers come from. Your comments came from your ego, because your ego is upset, because you probably know that she is right. These are all a bunch of assumptions, but if I'd had to read the situation, that's the conclusion I would make, okay? But I'm very much open to the possibility of that not being the case. But look, this is just an argument between wife and husband, and clearly y'all don't understand each other, and there's some miscommunication going. But there's more miscommunication going, because you decide to post nude pictures on a cuckold sub from your wife's pictures. That's what you did, at least according to the comments, because that's I didn't see him when I was scrolling through his account, but I did see a lot of other interesting stuff. So yes, that's the big reveal, but there's more. There is more, guys. There's more. So we got a story here about a guy. His wife is a massive cheater, calling him small, and what? This is just cuckold fetish, right? And then he says, do you like being a cuck? If not, leave, but try to embrace it. Sounds hot. Say you want to watch. We're not being subtle about it, are we? Now, I'm blurring this for obvious reasons, but he has a photo of his 2 kids, so now we know that he has 2 kids. Now, one comment pointed this out, and I'm seeing something very concerning here. He is on r/teenagers a lot. Now, he got a deleted post. Ex-boyfriend says, I'm chopped, how can I glow up? And he says, BBC, we're not being subtle about our fetish, are we? Yeah, I'm not gonna put I was gonna say I love, and then, right, because I do that sometimes. This is a sarcastic comment, but he loves to tell underage people to get sexed by big black penis. We got some more. There is a photo of a young woman, a 25-year-old, who is on the bigger side, right? But that's what the Reddit is about. The subreddit is about being overweight, okay? And she says, am I unattractive? That's what she asks. You need BBC. Brother, get a grip. What are you doing? We got a deleted post, but on the subreddit r/expose sissies, and he exposed himself. I'm not gonna show the comment because he says where he lives, and I don't wanna. Now we got one of a shemale. I'm not gonna show this because right now on my screen, I'm trying not to look at it. It's just straight up butthole, okay, with balls and a penis there. Okay, so I'm holding straight eye contact because I just do not want to look at that right now. But he says, marry me. He has a wife and 2 kids. Remember that, guys. He has been in subreddits like this as well. r/New York Hotwives. Now we got a post in this as well. In case you don't know what a cuckold is, right? Let's say you're very innocent. I'm gonna ruin it for you, okay? He likes to watch or engage with something where other men have sex with his wife. He likes that. And he is on the local subreddit and talking about how his wife is there as well. His wife is apparently thick and 5'9". Now I know that. I didn't want to know that, but that's cool. I see another one here on New York Hotwives. r/sissy personals, alright, is a vibrant community dedicated to those exploring or embracing the sissy lifestyle. Right, so I'm not going to show the picture again because once again it's just a nude person who has titties but also a penis. So I guess that's a shemale. Hey, I'm in NY. I'm a lawyer and rich PM me. So he wants to cheat on his wife? He's actively trying to do that. That's what I'm saying. You should divorce anyway. Right, now we kind of know where he lives. I wasn't going to show you New York, but we know he lives in New York now, okay? But there's a lot of people there. Trans booty shaken. He's been active on that subreddit. And that's where it ends, unfortunately. But now we're going to go to the comments because there's more to talk about. Because he's apparently growing psilocybin in a home with 2 children and a wife that you post nude photos of while soliciting sex from strangers and actively talking about all of this on Reddit is an absolute crap look. I feel bad for your wife and your kids. Get banned. Ignore the voice crack. You're the a-hole in more ways than you can possibly conceive. In case you don't know, psilocybin is a mushroom. Magic mushrooms, right? That's what they're called. They alter your mind. They're drugs. He's growing drugs in his home, okay? Apparently. We didn't see it, but I'm just trusting the comments here. Now, I had to look that up as well, okay? I've never engaged with that. So don't do anything. Does your wife know that you post nude pictures of her on the cuckold sub? He is also on the teenager subreddit a lot. I think his hard drive needs to be checked. Yeah, he was telling minors to have sex with BBC. That's what normal people do, right? Everybody does that. I notice you called doing this errand a favor to your wife. Isn't it an errand for something your kid needed for school? Aren't you the kid's parent too? The fact you think of normal parental tasks as a favor to your wife definitely makes me think there's a problem with the workload. She may have a point that you don't pick up the slack when she's sick, but expect her to when you're sick. Also, you criticize your wife for not letting your comment go, but you didn't let her comment go. You're the one making a snarky comeback the next day. Very smart. Yeah, that's great. That's actually a good point. I didn't think about it. Like I said I understand why the wife would say that in case of this scenario, right? But he also didn't let it go. That's true. He made an issue out of it. Now he's trying to say it, right? I wasn't upset, but clearly you were. Otherwise, you wouldn't have said the thing that you said. I don't like this hat, by the way. But I've had this little piece of hair has been sticking out. I'm chopped, I know. My hairline. It's receding. Anyway, I got this little piece of hair standing up. I've showered every single day since that has appeared, and still it won't go. Like, it's changing. One day it's worse, and then the other day it's less bad. Am I just so weird when I sleep that I'm sleeping like with my hair? Am I doing this on purpose in my sleep? She could have just left it alone after you purposely brought it up back a day later. I said that wrong, but same point. Now look, that's all about the story. That's great, but hello, his account is crazy. He's actively trying to cheat on his wife with trans people. That doesn't really change anything, but like I'm just saying, like shemales, he wants shemales, and he's a personal sissy or whatever what it was. And I mean that one post, that I don't know what that is. They said your face here, and they were flexing their bumhole, right? They were actively trying like opening it up and it's really gross, I know. And they said your face here, and he said marry me. He wants to lick booty hole from a shemale while he has a wife and 2 kids. That's the levels we are dealing with right now, okay? This whole story can go away. That's not out. It's not important. What's important is that you're trying to cheat on your wife, okay? And you clearly have something going on with your sexuality, and you need to figure that out first before you ever get into a relationship again. Because you want to be a cuckold, and you want to have a lot of sex with people with penises. Oh, and he's also telling teenagers to go have sex with BBC for his cuckold fetish. He needs help, guys. He needs help. That's what he needs. Okay, I feel great. I don't, but we are actually gonna upload this because this is great. This is such a rare find. I didn't expect to find this, and I'm so glad that I did, because now you get to suffer with me, alright? I mean, you didn't see the explicit stuff. I did, so I have it a lot worse than you, so I expect some sympathy, okay? By subscribing to the channel and liking the video. But I mean, now you get to suffer too, and that's just so great. I'm so happy about that. Okay, I'm kidding. But, that will do for today. We've dealt with everything there needs to be dealt with. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, comment something on the video. Get help, Mr. I'm not going to say your name. Again, I'm blurring it out, but get some help. Jesus Christ is Lord, and let's get out of here.